Welcome to Indie Insights. My name is Highsight, and this is Dungeons and Damsels. So this takes place in my browser window, and it has custom controls, works with an analog stick. Hallelujah. Let's jump on in. Alright, enter dungeon here. Well, you don't need a better sign than that, but oh, look at that dog. Look at him trotting around. So it looks like I'm starting off with a spear, a shield, and metal pants. Oh, sweet. It's a reproducing spear. Good times. I'm digging this GUI and everything. Look at that heads-up display down there. That is beautiful. Beautiful pixel style. I believe that Dave, 2D Game Dev, is actually a pixel artist by trade, or at least he was before he started doing this. Let's look at this beautiful crystal here. Can I interact? So, triangle, shield. And circle seems to do nothing right now. Can I die to water? Nope. Hooray! This guy can kind of swim, and by which I mean walk on water. Underwater, around water. Alright, I should probably just enter the dungeon, because again, this game's really early in development, so this is all probably just filler right now. But it does look like some sexy filler, doesn't it? Up, up. I'm pressing up. Up. I think the analog stick is confusing the game. I think it thinks I'm pressing left and right when I'm pressing up. There we go, D-pad. Of course. Loading. Oh, that is beautiful. That is so beautiful. Look at that loading screen. I love it. Better than 90% of loading screens that I've seen. Now, this definitely is a beautiful looking game. Loading screen aside. So I think right now it's procedurally generating for me, which for all I know is unoptimized at the moment. There we go. Cave level 1. So D-pad works, so we'll stick with that for right now. Ooh, okay. Good thing I didn't land on those spikes. Oh, hang on a sec. I always forget to do this, but turn off that. Alright, so I can't really aim down, but it is a nice arc, and that's kind of good. You're limiting the character and what they can do, but you're also giving them the ability to still do what you want to do. It's just a higher skill cap. I can still shoot down. Oh, come on. Takes a lot to kill that dude, but spikes seem to do the job well. As long as they don't do it to me. I'm not getting that coin. Anyway, like I was saying, it's a high skill cap to do something simple, and I can appreciate that. Oh, I can land on my own... Oh, that's cool. I can stand on my own spears. I should have died right there. Oh, that's a death trap. It's like right here. Haha, that's sweet as hell. I love that idea. The ability to place your own, your own way of getting around things. Is that like a potion? Ow. Oh no. Okay, I have 3 health, and I'll probably die to anything right now. Could be worse. I could have 0 health and have died to something already. So you give me a torch here, right? And I understand that this lighting mechanic is actually brand new. They just added it in. But for the sake of fog, you might want the lighting to actually be visible around the fog, right? So you'll have little light sources that indicate where you can go, but not inherently what's next to it, you know? Like a little bubble of light around it, with maybe 1 or 2 tiles worth of fog of war removed. Which, wow, this is a brutal fog of war, I might add. There we go. Can barely see where I'm throwing. Money! Instant death! Yay. Okay, what do we have here? Seed bottle, helm of protection. So I was told, yep. So the way that the item system currently works in its current iteration, you hold down R1, and then you press which direction you want the item to go into, and then you press something to pick it up. Is it... Oh, whoop. I guess I press down and pick it up. That works. There we go, bottle. So you just press which side you want it to go into. There we go. I guess for equipment, I just press down on it and I automatically equip it. And that apparently is my head. Just without the head. Look at these swinging things right here. They look cool, don't they? Not exactly physically correct, but still cool looking. So what items do we have right now? So these were the seed things. What I'm highlighting them, I'd love to actually see what they are. So let's try one maybe? Square? No? Seed bottle. Circle drops. Ah, okay. So you can grow a plant. And can you climb said plant? Well, it doesn't seem like you can right now, but that'd be a great way to go with it, wouldn't it? If you could actually climb up that plant. For consumables, it goes into the slots. Gotcha. So you can only put consumables in the slots, but equipment, you just press down to pick up. It's a nice little system that does work pretty quick. One thing that might be even quicker, though, is right now you go to whichever one you want to use, and you press, I think it was square to do it, right? But what if you just choose it and then let go, and once you let go, it works? But if you want to cancel it, you just press down. So like, for example, right now, if I wanted to use the seed bottle in my inventory, I hold down the R1, I select what I want, I let go, and then it would be used. And that would be much quicker. That's saving 1 button press, actually. But if I wanted to cancel it, if I have down right now, but everything's filled up and I don't want to use anything, I just press down again and it de-highlights it. Pressing up is supposed to allow you to climb a vine when you're overlapping. Oh, okay, it works for the analog stick, but not for the D-pad right now. Alright, so that's probably just a bug in the controls, no problem. Good to know it works. So I can climb... Oh, careful. One hit, I'm dead. Now, you can't really jump down, it looks... Come on. Can't really jump down, it looks like. Like, right here, I don't really want to go like that every time. I really just want to jump down. Because it's a semi-solid platform. Oh, saw that coming. And right there, it's kind of hard not to do that, except for maybe jumping over it. But what am I, a pro? Hell no. Let's see. Alright, let's try this again. So yeah, D-pad works fine for everything it looks like except for climbing right now. And that's just, you know, alpha being alpha. Not even alpha, pre-alpha. Pre-alpha being pre-alpha. Pressing B allows for fall-throughs, depending on the gamepad. Right, I'm using a PS3 controller, it should be noted. I use PS3 controllers. However, the PS3 controller that I use is actually set up to emulate an Xbox controller. It actually uses the same drivers. Yep, that works perfectly fine. Okay, so you have a button to go through. It seems a little... Ooh, none of that now. See, I forgot I have a block button. I should probably utilize that more often. Anyway, I forgot... It seems a little unintuitive because of the way platformers has introduced us to this concept of falling down and such. It would just be real easy to hold down and jump, and that would seem like the most intuitive way to do it. But this works just as well for the moment. Alright, so we got a little stuff going on around here. Let's try to dodge that. Yeah, greed for the win. Alright, so if I want to hit him down with that, can I shoot, like, can I throw down? No, I can't throw down even if I'm in the air. So how do I get, with this particular weapon, how do I get this guy without having to hurt myself, right? I mean, I could just avoid him altogether. I could jump down and start hitting him, but my attacks currently do not knock him back from what I've seen. Let's test this out. Or stun him, for that matter. They do knock him back a little, but they don't flinch him. And that can be real tricky, because it means I'm pretty much guaranteed to take damage from him. Let's actually drink this health potion a little later. So right there, I was pretty much in a situation where I was guaranteed to take damage if I wanted to go down that way with my current weaponry. There's probably way more weapons we can check out, or at least more coming in the future. So I'm not too overly concerned with that. But when I'm in a situation where this is my only weapon, I need it to kind of be able to cover a broad range of tactical needs, you know? So let's try the defending. How's the defending work? Blocked. Block 997. Is that durability, I assume? That would be my weapon's durability, or my shield's durability. I guess I can maybe jump down there. 996. Yeah, that's probably durability. It keeps decreasing. Fair enough. Fog of War is acting strange for me. Okay, so maybe that has something to do with resolution or something. So the Fog of War is a little more brutal on me than it should be, and that's worth noting. Again, pre-alpha being pre-alpha. And that's going to kill me. Come on, drop down. You know you want to. Yeah. What do we got? Money! Ah, and what's this? Dark Hat of Manliness. Vitality 5. Yes, please. Look at that. I look like a badass. Sweet Helm of Protection. Nope, that's way worse than this awesome-looking magic hat. Alright, so let's see. So what if I wanted to just quick pick this up, right? I know that I have a free slot, and I don't really want to go in here to pick it up. It's not that hard to do, but I mean, without going into this menu, what if I just press down and pick that up? That seems like it'd be a real easy thing to do. If you know you have a free slot, just be able to do that, and not have to worry about checking your slot, seeing which one's free, and getting to it. In a game like this, a split-second thing like that could mean life or death. Let's jump over here. Alright, let's try the seed bottle here. Oh, that totally grew into a wall. I thought it would grow up my feet. We can try it here, but it's a little more dangerous. Oh, that also grew into the wall, even though I was facing the other direction. Buggy! Yay! Okay, let's try... Well, actually, it looks like there's nothing up there anyway, so let's not waste the last seed bottle. Let's keep it moving. Now, as for how the game itself plays, the character is definitely very well controlled. So far, everything seems to work nicely for him. There's a brief acceleration period, and then he's at his top speed very quickly. That's very easy to manage, very nice, and I kind of like how it feels as it is right now. You can move in the air as quickly as you want. Very nice. And I can dodge all the things very carefully. There we go. So far, I have no real qualms whatsoever with the movement. The movement's pretty solid. It works nicely. Alright, so let's get down here. Nope, shield, yay. Ow. Dang it, I got everything here. I didn't see the darts coming. Ah! Fats. Ah! Cliffs. Ah! Spikes. Ah! They're all above me. Okay, so it's not a real directional block. I can pretty much block from any direction if I'm careful, which means I can get over here and do this all day. All day, come on! Ah, that feels good. Now, I can't tell if these really penetrate. It looks like they kind of penetrate. They penetrate a little distance, but not a lot. All right, so these spikes, I clearly can't jump over them. I'm kind of hoping I can walk over them if I don't jump, right? Kind of like Prince of Persia style. So before I test out this theory that can eventually kill me, and immediately kill me, rather, let's drink a potion, shall we? All right, let's see if I'm right. Yeah, perfect. Just like Prince of Persia. If you walk through them, you're totally fine. Just don't jump or do anything stupid. Not bad. I like that system, actually. I like it a lot, and it saves a lot of hassle with the actual procedural generation. You don't have to worry about them being in the way like that. Very nice. And it worked exactly as I'd hoped. Beautiful. Let's see. Dark Helm of Demons. So how is this about damsels, I'm being asked? Well, I don't quite know yet. I'm only in the dungeon aspect of it. I assume the damsels come out of the dungeon soon. I want to highlight this again. I want to see if I can get him to do it again. So look at that. The enemy is tracking me so one-to-one right now that as soon as their x-axis is exactly where they want to be, they don't ever overshoot me, right? They actually move left and right on their x-axis until eventually I come down to their y-axis where they actually care about things. I really wish that they staggered when you hit them. But anyway, but that's something that actually I see in a lot of games, especially in platformers, is enemies whose tracking is so one-to-one with yours that there's no way you can lose them. And the way a lot of other platformers, especially things like Castlevania, the way they try to avoid that is by having them, when they're in the right position, either stand in place, which is less likely, or overshoot you a little bit and then come back down, like they're in kind of a patrol pattern. You know, they know where. Ooh, that hurt. They know where you're coming from. Come on, how do I get that to drop? They know where you're going to come from, and they're just kind of patrolling the area below you until you finally go that way. Oh, I think that's in the way of my progress right now. How do I get this to move? Usually you walk past them, but I don't think that's working this time around. Might be a bug with the placement of it, unfortunately. Let's see if we can get around that. Is there any kind of map or anything? Not just yet, I don't think. No damsels currently, but there's old gameplay videos with damsels. I have seen said gameplay video. Oh, I jumped. I probably should have just walked. That was just me not thinking it through. But hey, bugs are bugs. Never seen a spike not fall. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you get Highsight to test your stuff. I find all the things that should never happen to anyone ever and make them happen. Because I'm just that good. And or bad. I'm going to go with bad. If I'm realistic, we're going with bad. And not the good kind of bad, like Michael Jackson's bad, but the bad kind of bad, like NSYNC's bad. That was a bad. Ah, no. All right, now let's also talk about telegraph attacks. Look at this guy. He lunges very quickly. Now, you can kind of time it out if you're careful, right? But he lunges immediately when the anticipation animation starts for his attack. Immediately he lunges. And that means you have little to no actual prediction time to be able to say, hey, I see he's coming at me, I should put up my shield. You can kind of time it out. You can kind of just hold your shield indefinitely. But if you put a little bit of animation frames in there so you can actually see him beginning his lunge, that can make all the difference in the world between getting hit and not getting hit. I like how these things kind of curve towards enemies. That's kind of sweet. Where are you running off to, buddy? There you go. Oh, God. Okay, got another one of these. There we go. Walk past that. More spikes fallen. Anything up here worth looking at? Doesn't look like it. Again, I love the climbing mechanic. I love that you can climb up your own spears. Beautiful mechanic. And that's going to help out a lot with the procedural generation. There's going to be a lot less worry for you being able to get lost in places now. It's literally just, look at that. Is that the second one? Nope. Just got to be in the right range. Anyway, that's going to be a lot easier for everybody involved. Especially for the map creation. Let's take another one of these. Joink. Alright, let's try jumping down with the shield. Jumping down with the shield. And again, it doesn't feel like the right mechanic in play, but it does work. Oh, bone bounce. Oh, wait, what was that? Chain vest, you say? Vitality +2, yoink. Screw you, non-chain vest. Get chains, damn it. Alright. More darkness. There's something up there, and I would love to see what it is, but I'm just out of range of that with my spear. Actually, nope, looks like there's nothing up there. 'Tis a lie. A bold-faced lie, even. Yes, this is made in Construct 2, which is actually a very impressive engine that I hadn't really come across that much until recently. But the beauty of it is, it's all HTML5 compatible, which is how I'm actually playing this in a web browser right now. It's amazing the kind of stuff that can get done these days with HTML5. And Construct is kind of helping to lead the way with that. And I can appreciate that from both a technical and portable standpoint. And think about it, everything runs on HTML. Everything can run HTML5, from mobile devices to what have you. You could probably open this up in a mobile browser and at least see it run. I don't know if you could actually play it with the controls as it is right now, but the opportunity is there to add in virtual controls and make it happen. So far this game is really just a question, it looks like, of, ooh, new weapon. Dark Sword of Memes. Fun times. I'd best see some dank memes out of this. But anyway, you can definitely appreciate the whole concept of the portability and being able to play this on pretty much anything. It's very nice. Already digging the sword way more than the spears, although I do miss the idea of having infinite climbing. Oh, and then suddenly... So it looks like the other items kind of appear a little later. Offhand, durability is 21 compared to 948. Yeah, but the vitality is +5, so my hand's practically tied right there. All right, let's chug this health potion. Wait, oh, okay, I see what happened. I went up to use it, and then it actually picked up the other one there. Can I just say I dig the fact that there's actually a potion drinking animation for 2 reasons. 1, it looks badass. 2, because it means you have to actually stop to drink the potion. That can be a huge game changer when you're actually in a fight and you need to drink potion. Hey, I finally found level 2. You know what? Not even going to risk it. Let's take it. Level 2! Yeah, the current red effect should be a swoosh, or the red on the sword is a swoosh effect that's not quite implemented yet. That's just the red hitbox. Big ol' hitbox of fun. You're going to add a secondary weapon slot, and that'll be sweet. That'll be really sweet, actually, because then you can have the spears and keep gliding or whatever. Climbing and stuff. I know Knuckles can do both, but in this case we're talking about climbing, not gliding. And I ain't no red echidna. Hell, I don't even think Knuckles is an echidna. Getting off track here, but hang on a second. Have you guys ever seen a picture of an echidna? And then you look at a picture of Knuckles, and then you're like, how on earth is Knuckles an echidna? Seriously, take 2 seconds out of your life today, Google echidna, and then tell me Knuckles looks like an echidna. You can't. Level 4? How'd that happen? I don't know. That just means a quicker death, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Ah, there you go. Red bat, red potion. Works for me. Get rid of one of these seed bottles. Actually, let's use one of these seed bottles. Nope, that's the drop button. There it is, triangle. Dang, it keeps going where I don't want it to. Whatever. It's better than dropping it. Was that I did like a forward lunge there. How'd that happen? Just by, I don't know. So you have different animations for when you're standing and attacking compared to when you're moving and attacking. That's pretty sweet. Look at that. You get a nice little forward lunge. I dig that. And that's kind of nice. You can really change up your sword play that way. You can have different ways of approaching the same situation with your sword. So right now, again, the lack of any kind of a, if not a flinch, let me put it this way, and also, blade opponents, thank you, if not a flinch, I think it might be a good idea to at least have a split second where instead of maybe taking the enemy out of the attack they were going to do, you just pause it. Like, you have a split second where they just don't do anything. Oh, hello. Again, durability is crap, but that is +8 vitality. And I might as well take it. Because at least then, during the combat, you're giving the player a slight advantage in combat, and it's always important to give the player some form of advantage, unless you're Dark Souls. I mean, I guess this game is heavily inspired by Dark Souls, but even still, unless you're flat out Dark Souls and the combat is even both ways, you should probably give the main player some kind of advantage. Hell, even Dark Souls actually gives the player an advantage, because as long as you are the first one to strike, you'll have the same advantage over your opponent that they could have over you. Opponents can make you flinch in Dark Souls just as easily as you can make them flinch. And that can lead to more interesting swordplay, because then you say, okay, do I want more armor so I flinch less often, or do I want more less armor so I can dodge easier, you know? In any kind of situation, you always want to try to give the player the ability to have an advantage over their opponent, because you're going to be facing far more opponents than your opponents will face of you, right? Granted, you have infinite lives, but that's not the point. The point is, you only get one real shot to make it go right. Once you die, you got to start fresh. There we go. I think attacking on the spikes was probably a bad idea. Let's chug that potion. Triangle. Keep forgetting which button to use. Ah, there's an idea for the UI. You might actually, when you're highlighting an item, have it say like triangle to use, X to drop, was it? No, circle to drop, circle to drop. Or I guess it'd be B to drop, Y to use for all you Xbox users out there. What can I say? I love my PS3 controller. It's my baby. That's the entrance to the next area. Let's see if I die to spikes in the process. Aha! Damage text damage! That's how you know it was a lot. There wasn't even a label for it yet. Beautiful. Alright, next level. Let's do it. Let's see how far I can get in this run. But so far, I would say the game is definitely on an interesting and good path. I think the developer has scrolls or something set up, or at least they did in the past, where you can actually find a scroll, go back to town just like Diablo, and then come back exactly where you were with items and hopefully healing and stuff like that. Loading. Level 5. And yes, I was in level 4 before, by the way. I think that was just a bug, but it might be because of how many times I've gone into the previous dungeon and died. I think I died. Let's see. Technically speaking, if every time I went into the dungeon I actually advanced, I probably would have been at level 4 by then. So maybe that was a bug in the counting. Anyway, let's chug that. And take that quickly before I just take it anyway. Jumpy, jumpy. Oh man, I cannot wait for sounds in this game. I can already tell the sounds can add so much to this. I know that we're, again, really early alpha here, but I do actually want to discuss potential sound design for the future, and let's actually do that right now. So in the future, what kind of sounds would I like to be hearing right now? Well, obviously there's the whooshing of that spike ball, I guess you could say, and the actual clang of it hitting the ground right now. So those would be great sound effects you could get in there. I'd love some kind of like cave whistling, you know what I mean? Just the wind whistling in the cave. Oh, I gotta be careful here. I'm probably gonna die. But anyway, the wind whistling in the cave would be a great sound. Whatever, hurt like hell, but I lived. Slime sounds like, you know, more splashy sounding, you know what I mean? But yeah, definitely the sound of slimes moving around and splashing against the ground with their gelatinous bodies, skeletons kind of, their bones cracking as they move, the sound of torches, you know, torches being torches, doing what they do. Can I jump? I'm going to die if I guess this wrong, so I should probably just try to play it safe. Anyway, the sound of torches, fire crackling. What else? What other sound effects can you guys picture in this game right now? Picture hearing. That is like a crazy oxymoron. Picture hearing. Obviously, the sound of you chugging a potion. The sound of you getting hurt, obviously. Great sound effect. Coins like clanging on the ground as they hit the metallicness. Their metallicness hitting the ground. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, wow. I didn't realize there were 2 of them there. I was wondering why they look more glitched out than usual. And that's why one-to-one tracking doesn't work, folks. Because eventually... Oh, there were 3 of them! Oh my god. That's why one-to-one tracking doesn't work, folks. Because eventually enemies will start actually stacking inside of each other. Oh, one-to-one tracking's always hilarious. Always hilarious. If not for the glitchy animations for the enemy stacking alone. Always a good time. Footsteps, obviously, cannot be overstressed enough. I can't tell you how many games have decided to forego the sound of footsteps in them when it would add so much atmosphere to it. Now, obviously, all of these sounds need to have some form of reverb effect. Look at this. This is clearly an echoey cavern of some sort. And it should be reflected in its sound design. Oh, crap. I can't do that without getting hit. So right here we have a case where I'd have to get hit because I can't move slowly down enough to not get hurt by those spikes. I can go up here, maybe there's another way around, but that is something to keep in mind for level generation. Alright. Keep moving. Nope, that's a dead end. So these cave walls right here, they're kind of tough. They're not well distinguished, are they? They're not as bright as the floors in a lot of cases. Look at these floors compared to the walls. Now, I do want to say, for this being procedurally generated, it does look beautiful. The tiles are all scurried about in such a way that it looks kind of old and ruinous, like some of it's broken down, but some of it's still good. But there's definitely, you definitely see some things that look better than others, and I feel like these cave walls in particular do not distinguish themselves well enough. They don't distinguish themselves as well as every other cave wall that you have at your disposal. Oh, crap. That was a dead end. Dang it. Alright, let's, is that gonna hurt? Okay, good. You can at least jump up from spikes without getting hurt. So, which way haven't I gone yet? I guess I haven't fought those goblins yet. Let's kill or die trying, huh? There ain't nothing down there. I don't want to fight you. Just waste all my health. So what have I missed? Is there stuff over here? Ha-ha! Ha-ha-ha-ha! The laughter of the damned. Nope. Blocked. Blocked from the back. Ooh, chest armor. Nice. Shit plate of demons. And someone was asking if this was a G-rated show before. No. Ironically, the shit plate is better than my chainmail. So what does that say about the guy who made my chainmail? I should find this out now. Is there fall damage in this game? Let's find out. Let's jump from the highest area we can. No, come on. I don't know. I'd have to get a greater height than that. This is one of the few platformers I'd be totally okay with fall damage on, just because it is meant to be brutal and it is meant to be something you need to prepare yourself for. You need those vine potions to do really tall falls. As long as you're not forcing tall heights on people, as long as there's an alternate route, I think that'd be totally fine to have fall damage in this game. What's this way? Oh, here we go. Here's the exit. Boop. Fall damage is coming. This is an old version. Gotcha. Hasn't been transferred over yet. So we will be seeing fall damage in the future. And again, totally okay with that, so long as you're not forced into fall damage situations. That's totally fine. You're walking around in the darkness. You're bound to be a little bit clumsy. You definitely need to watch your step. Totally cool. Just like Spelunky. I think Spelunky did fall damage just fine, but Spelunky did give you more options for falling. For example, you could choose to fall off the side by actually grabbing the side ledge and jumping down from there. So you might want to even consider getting a few more options in that sense. Great Hat of Demons. Nice. And then there's this guy right here. This guy who thinks he's something. And he actually kind of is, because he deals 16 damage apiece. Oh my goodness. And hey, it's the exit. Haha. Rolling up the corporate ramp. Come on, we're going to make the level 10 before I die. This is going to happen. Items like slow fall and iron boots to take no damage. Beautiful. Beautiful. That is a great idea. Again, enforcing the concept of a roguelite, where you can get passive abilities through your equipment in order to get through certain things. Love it. I love everything about it. So, even though they are going to be, I assume, attached to your armor, and you can only have one apiece, it would be nice to say, hey, do I want these slow fall damage shoes, or do I want these shoes that if I fall on somebody will deal damage to them, like spike shoes? And then you're like, well, I don't know, which do I use more often? Then you have to actually stop and think, which would I prefer in this given situation? The ability to deal damage through falling, or the ability not to take damage from falling? And you might even work in, well, if you have the spike shoes and you land on somebody, you'll probably take less damage or have a lower chance of taking damage, like it'd have to be a greater fall because you landed on somebody. But if you miss somebody, you take the damage again anyway. There's a lot of things that can be done when your equipment has passive effects, and that's something I would love to see this game implement, right? What on earth? Is that? I think that's a bat in its restful state that didn't realize it needs to get out of its restful state to fly at me properly. All right, seed bottles, health bottles, yes please. All that money, 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 money. And I'm interested to see how the money's going to pan out for this game, what you're going to be able to buy even. Again, teleport scrolls would be kind of interesting. Ah, this guy can deal some damage for being in a restful state. Come at me. Get knocked back. Oh boy. Didn't see him coming. He looks like every other goblin, but he deals way more damage. Hey, there's missing in this game. Apparently I can miss. I love that the arrow is stuck on my shield right now. Oh, that's so awesome looking. Look at that. I don't know how long it's going to stay there, but I don't even care. It looks awesome. I'm not even going to fight that goblin. I've learned my lesson. But that is so cool. Look at that. That little bit of polish, that little bit of attention to detail. Apparently I can't change Fog of War while I'm up in defense. Uh-oh. 12 blocks left, 11 blocks left. Yeah, look at that. So far the mechanics are real good. I dig the blocking mechanics. I dig the need to do blocking mechanics in certain situations. Like if you don't do it there, I would have gotten hit by a bunch of arrows. No more potions. Oh boy. Oh god, he can climb. Oh god, he can kill. Ah, beautiful. Well, anyway, this game is definitely something to keep a very close eye on. So far, I think we've seen what we can see for it, but it is very much in an early stage right now, and the developer is streaming constantly their development of this game. The developer's name is 2D Game Dev. His actual name is Dave. He's a cool guy. I definitely recommend you check him out. Check out his Twitch channel and just watch to see this game improve, because I think it's going to grow to be something great. It has a very unified aesthetic. It's definitely got some decent mechanics going for it, and I think with the ideas he has in mind right now, this can become a very fun roguelite, 2D roguelite style game. Best of luck to you, Dave, and I can't wait to see more of this game.